Hello, baseball fans. This is James Scott, and this is the Baseball Show. Today, we will be going around the league covering, actually, bombs and blunders. Four main topics this week. First off, Bryce Harper, the chosen one, as they call him in the Nationals ballpark, finally hit his first major league home run. And of course, it'd be like a 420-foot blast to center field for the 19-year-old. He's like I think he's either slightly younger than me or slightly older than me, and he's out in the majors, 6'4", 200 and something pounds, doing things that I've not seen a rookie do ever in my lifetime. Um, it's a very good accomplishment for him hitting that home run. He's been doing tons of great plays. He's thrown two amazing throws into the infield, and he should have had the runner. One of them, I think maybe both of them, were at home plate, and either it was bobbled or the catcher didn't apply the tag the correct way. And he's made a ton of amazing catches in center field despite being somebody who converted over from a catcher. He is a phenomenal player. But as a contradiction to him doing as many good plays as he's done, he did something that was just beyond reckless. No baseball player should be doing these kind of things. Take your anger out on the ball. Don't take your anger out in the way he did it. In between innings, he was really upset at himself, apparently. So he decided to take it upon himself to get a bat, slam it against the wall. And what ended up happening was a piece of the bat chipped off and stuck right above his eye. He was profusely bleeding. He ended up being able to play the next day and everything. They bandaged it up. But if that had been lower, that would have been his eye. And that would have been terrible for somebody who has the ability to be, as good of a player as him for the rest of his career. This is his rookie year. He hasn't played more than 50 games in the big leagues yet. And he does something that could literally almost end his career, if not end his career. And that leads us to our second bombs and blunders. Brett Lowry of the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays, their third baseman, sometimes outfielder. He was a phenomenal call-up last year, and I believe he hit 345 in AAA or AA before they called him up last year. And he's got a ton of potential. Anyone who can hit in the high 300s is the kind of hitter that I like. Somebody who can spray the ball around the field and do a lot of damage. What ended up happening with Lowry, though, he was playing against the Rays last night, and the Rays were getting every single call for them. The guy, it was the ninth inning, and Lowry comes up to bat. The guy throws the ball in the other batter's box. Umpire calls it a strike. So he's a little ticked off. You can see because he was already on his way to first. He thought that was a walk. And then later in that bat, like a pitch or two later, the umpire calls one more strike on a ball that was literally right up here. And he's going on his way to first. The umpire takes his time to get the call. He makes the call, and Lowry, who apparently has anger issues, I've heard him having these anger issues in the minors too, flips out, slams his helmet on the ground. The helmet bounces up, hits the umpire in the shoulder. So now, and the manager ended up coming out. The manager got thrown out of the game too, and apparently Lowry's going to be suspended for 4 games, pending an appeal. Like, my Yanks are playing him, so I kind of hope that he's not playing against them tonight. I hope that those 4 games are without the appeal, because if he makes this appeal and he gets to play against the Yankees are in a rut now. We don't need more good hitters playing against us. But other than that, I mean, Lowry's a very talented player. But once again, it's another case of people who need to keep their anger in check. Moving on to somebody else who's had problems in the past. It wasn't really with anger. It was more with drug use. Josh Hamilton, who's going to be a free agent at the end of the season, is off to one of the most insane starts for a power hitter I have ever seen in my entire life. Everybody's known that this guy has had the hitting ability of greats. I mean, people compared him to like Mantle and all these people because he could hit the ball a country mile. and he can throw the ball 96 miles an hour. That's at least what he was clocked at when he was in the minor leagues. But drugs had slowed him down up until the last 3 or 4 years. This year, not only is he pushed to play well, if he is healthy, and he got off to this start that he did, he has a chance to break the all-time home run record. He has hit 18 home runs in 130 at-bats. 18 home runs in 130 at-bats. A regular season is 660-something at-bats. In less than 200, in less than 150, he's already hit 18. He has the talent to keep it up, but we're going to have to keep watching this for the rest of the season. This could become really exciting. And finally, our last point of the day, Marlins were playing the Mets earlier this week, and it was the 9th inning. I believe it was 2 outs, and Giancarlo Stanton comes up to the plate with the bases loaded and hits a walk-off home run. It's one of the most hard-hit balls I've ever seen hit. It went left center, just rocketed out of the stadium. Everything he hits, he seems to hit it really hard. But the reason we're bringing up this topic today is because literally 2 days before that happened, where he came up in the 9th inning with 2 strikes, 2 outs or whatever it was, with the bases loaded and hit a home run to win the game, I did the same freaking thing in a softball game. I came up to bat with bases loaded. The score was 13-10, and I came up to the bat. I had 2 strikes on me. There was 2 outs. I hit the ball out of the ballpark. So I was all excited, and I'm like, oh, you almost never see that, where a guy hits a grand slam in the 9th inning with 2 outs, and it, it's just an incredible thing. And then Stanton, of course, has to ruin my fun by coming in 2 or 3 days later and hitting the ball roughly 300 feet farther than I did. He's just an incredible talent. He's somebody you should really, I don't care what kind of fan you are, Met fan, even though it was hit against them, Yankee fan, he is somebody you want to watch for his whole career. That guy has incredible power. Anyway, that is all for today. This is James Scott, this is the Baseball Show, and this is Bombs and Blunders of the Week. I'll see you guys after the weekend.